Hello everybody, it's Charlie again, and I'm currently playing Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart. And yeah, this is the game that I finished actually last week, and I just wanted to do a replay review this week about it in 2024, and why it's awesome to play this game still, even though it's about 3 years old now, I think. So yeah, other than that, let's get into it. Hope you guys enjoy. What's up guys, how you doing? We are back for another replay review, and this time with a game I just finished last week that I hadn't played, even though I know it's one of the first exclusives for the PS5, Ratchet & Clank Rift Apart. This game is a pleasant surprise because, as you can see, it looks like a damn Pixar movie, first of all. The graphics are spectacular. Obviously, I've heard of the franchise. I just never really got into it. I kind of played the games here and there, but I never beat any of them. This is, in fact, the first one I've beaten. If you've seen, I do have a 2018 version of the game on the PS4 that I was playing through. I'm still doing a playthrough. I'm probably going to finish most likely, just to have more of this, you know? Obviously, this one is probably the best they've ever made, just because of what the game offers. It offers the 3 graphical modes, the fidelity, the performance RT, and the performance. I usually play it on performance RT, but I did have a few, run-throughs where I was doing fidelity at 40 FPS. So if you turn on to 120 Hertz, you're going to get that. And it plays amazingly. Obviously, if your display allows it, it just depends what kind of TV you have. And I recommend it because this review, I did the whole thing in the fidelity mode, just to show you guys the graphics. And if you pay close attention to the movement and the way it does things, 40 FPS does make a difference, believe it or not. Right here, basically you could ride on animals and do stuff like that, and it's just spectacular. The particle effects, the shadows, the ray tracing in the game. It's a game that's very impressive. It's very polished. I didn't encounter like too many bugs. Every now and then I'd get stuck in an area, but then the game, when it realizes that you're stuck, it'll just restart you at the checkpoint that you were at. So it works really well. You know, you guys know Insomniac, they don't play when it comes to polish. And yeah, you can battle giant creatures like here in one of the worlds. Obviously I'm using Rivet. That's a new character that's introduced into the game. She's pretty awesome. She plays pretty much exactly like Ratchet, but she does have her own personality according to the story. I do recommend you guys try out the variety of moves. As you can see, there's a weapon wheel, and there's other things that you acquire that have nothing to do with the weapon wheel, that are just like basically items and tools you could use on your adventure, which make the game even more exciting to play. And the game keeps you going because it's so satisfying to shoot these weapons and also to traverse around the world. Obviously, it's not a fully open world game, guys. It's more of an areas open world, but it feels open. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like God of War style in areas and stuff. But this is one of the best exclusives. As you can see, I'm riding a damn dinosaur. I don't know what it is, but it's a creature of this world, basically. She's a creature herself because they're Lombaxes, I think they're called. The point is that the game has a variety of things for you to do that will keep you going, keep you coming back. And I honestly, I was so happy that I played a certain amount and then I came back after doing some videos, and I'm happy I finished it. But yeah, here's one of the maps here. This is how you check out what's in the map, and there's these crystals and stuff that you collect, along with so many other things that you will find around the world. As well as armors. He does have different types. There's some that already come in the game when you get the game. Obviously, this game is free currently on the catalog, so play it for as long as I'm not sure how long it's going to be there, but it's still there. And yeah, just in case I decided to play through it, you know. The point is, the armors are really cool. You can mix and match. You don't have to pick all the same type or whatever. It's up to you. Obviously, you look kind of ridiculous with some of these. And right here you see some of the other options. Basically change the skins on the wrenches and other stuff that would make you look cooler if you want. There's ways to change it into black and white mode. There's freaking music tracks and stuff and other variety things. Boss fights are pretty fun. This is one of the first boss fights. Obviously you've probably seen some of this in the trailer, so I'm not trying to spoil anything for you guys. You know my reviews, I try not to spoil anything. But I guarantee you, this is one of the greatest games you'll ever play. And, you know, I'm halfway through the review and I'm just going to say it, guys. This game is definitely a 10 out of 10 in my opinion for the platformer genre. This is a well-polished, well-made game. The length of the game is perfect. It doesn't feel like it's too short, at least not for me. Obviously, I don't play on an easy mode, so maybe that's what it has to do with. If you play on an easy mode, then yeah, sorry. You're probably, at some point, going to feel that it's too easy. I recommend playing on a higher difficulty and enjoying. Obviously, I have all these weapons because I unlocked them. What you're seeing is actually my platinum game. Yes, I platinumed the game. I kind of had to. I was going to put a clip of the platinum, but you'll see that everything is completed in some of these clips, you know. The point is that I usually only platinum games that really capture my attention and really make me enjoy them. In fact, I've jumped into it after I platinumed it just because I was like, wow, this game is so well made. You know, it's just one of those games that even if you're not interested in stuff that looks like creatures that aren't human and stuff, this is a game that will appeal to everybody, ranging from older adults to kids, and you're going to be mesmerized by what you're seeing. The characters are fun to watch. It's freaking hilarious. There's a lot of comedy that actually works. It's not just comedy for kids. I'm sure you've seen these reviews before on this game when it first came out. Unfortunately, at the time, I didn't have a PS5, so I couldn't play it. But I'm happy that I got to it because the villains are fun. You guys remember when video games were fun? This is a fun video game, okay? But it's also well polished, well made, gameplay, graphics, features. Look at this. The SSD is working to its top potential. That's another thing. This is insanity. Like, the stuff that I was seeing on screen blew my mind. And I had seen commercials on it, but I was like, you know, I've never been into Ratchet and Clank, and I put it to the side for a long time, even after I got the PS5. But I am happy that I've made my way to this game. And I can't talk more good about it than I already have. The problem is it doesn't have much replay value, but if you really enjoy it, you might do another run through. I'm currently doing another run through in my own time, obviously. I did put the videos online. I do have a playlist. But yeah, for me, it was that appealing. That, to me, yeah, it made me want to play all over again. And you play with all your weapons. That's the coolest part, you know? What else can I say? Basically, it starts off with them being separated, as you saw in the first clip. Basically, Clank and Ratchet get separated, so it already creates some drama there and some stuff that you're into and curious about. The fact that they get to traverse these great dimensions and these planets, because there's several. I think there's about maybe 12 planets. And there's several areas in those 12 planets. Like, the maps aren't that small, really. They're actually perfect for the way the game is, you know? And yeah, I'm just so happy that that I played this game, and I went and I decided to go the whole way through. Obviously, Dr. Nefarious is in the game, which he's a total jerk off like he's always been. And obviously, I don't know if you guys have seen the movie. This is mostly based on the 2018. This is a continuation of that game. A lot of people say that they changed Ratchet's character a little bit. But I'm telling you, you'll really enjoy this, okay? So it has to do with that movie that came out as well, that's attached to this version of the story. But as you can see, look at that. These boots, believe it or not, you attain as you play through the game. So, and they're part of your, you know, regular ensemble of tools and weapons. And they work perfectly. You should use them in combat. Try to mix up as many things as you can. It's like a Doom Eternal of Ratchet and Clank, really. Because you have to constantly switch weapons. He does run out of bullets and stuff, and, you know, you have to keep that in mind. But the environments are so nice to look at. And they're, like I said, that looks like an open world game, right? Like, the maps are big enough, most of them. There's a few that are a little on the small side, but I would actually... this is damn near like a fully open world game, and the travel is great. This is one of my favorite areas because not only because of the aesthetic and the way it looks, but there's also collectibles here, and it's just a very chill spot. You know, this is actually the outside of the spot that I want to show you guys eventually. And there's these things here. There's all kinds of versions of traversal, and it's very accessible, guys. The buttons are accessible. You obviously have to memorize some stuff, but it's not a lot. It's more on the friendly side, but at the difficult side, it can get difficult in areas, okay? So I'm trying to put that out there for you guys, you know? Like I said, this game came out, I think, in 2020, if I'm not mistaken. It's like, I think 4 years old, maybe 2021. I don't remember. The point is that it's never too late to play this one. This one showcases the power of the PS5. in the best way possible. Like I said, it feels like you're playing through a Pixar movie, you know? Insomniac hit it right out of the park with this one. And there's also other things like running on walls and stuff like that. There's Rivet's basically private area where she basically hangs out. And there's collectibles here as well. Don't miss them, guys. And yeah, you can do stuff like turn on the TV, you know, and stuff. I just thought it was so cool that these things were added, you know. But what else can I say? Yeah, guys, I'm just gonna put it out there. This is a well-deserved 10 out of 10 in my opinion. I don't know if everybody will agree, but you know, it's my channel, my review. These rails get really crazy as well, so I do recommend you guys check those out. Obviously they're in the game. Challenge modes are actually a lot of fun. Some trophies you can only get in these challenge modes, so pay attention to these. Some of them can get a little complicated. The game doesn't penalize you for anything, you know, changing the levels and all that, whatever makes you feel comfortable. So the platinum wasn't really a pain in the ass. And this is basically like a bar area where people hang out from literally the different factions, and you could unlock songs that, you know, like I'm showing the jukebox here. You kind of just play them. The songs are actually pretty fun to listen to overall. And I just thought it was cool that there was like a hub area where you just hang out. If you look at here, Rivet knows how to dance. So she's like getting down and busy with the dancing. I just wanted to show that. You just press triangle. These little things, it's just fun to have, you know. And yeah, I think this made it into my 10 out of 10 because the polish on this game is insane and it's just a lot of fun. Okay, it's one of those games that you should play at some point or add to your library. I even recommend buying it, honestly, but I already planned on this, so on the catalog, like I was saying earlier. And as you go around, you'll see people that you know doing stuff. Like over here, I think Ratchet and Clank in one of these seats is playing on arcade over there. But yeah, Ratchet and Clank are over here having a drink, and you could tell that Ratchet is wearing a different costume because I unlocked all the basically armor in the game. So yeah, I just think those are little touches that are really cool. But over here is the last and final thing I wanted to show you. The variety of weapons is astonishing. That it really surprised me. There's just a variety of, you know, electrocuting weapons that turn people into plants, ice weapons, blasters, the rhinos here, all kinds of stuff. Especially if you're a Ratchet and Clank fan, you'll probably know more than me about these individual weapons. The individual boots that do different things like magnetize, the individual hammers and ratchets, or wrenches, ratchets. Here's dossiers on the characters, guys. But yeah, I've gotten to the end of the episodes. Like I said, 10 out of 10. Get your hands on Ratchet and Clank. You won't regret it. But other than that, I'm going to go ahead and end it right here. I do hope you guys enjoyed. Please like and subscribe when you get a chance. And like I always say, go game.